Hello everyone, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer. Welcome to this discussion video on why there has been so little Rise of the Reds content here on the channel. Now I can come up with three main reasons, and there's a little fourth issue that I also want to discuss. The first issue, while I will have a replay running in the background for you guys, so you have a little bit of eye candy, I do ask you to watch all the way through to the end, as I might not show the end of this replay, but I also may extend this video longer because I'm not done with the discussion yet. So please do keep on watching and listening all the way to the end. So here we go. So my first main issue on why there's been so little Rise of the Reds content on the channel is technical difficulties. Now I can divide this into two sections, namely my own personal technical difficulties, as well as the technical difficulties that come with the game and Rise of the Reds in general. And I'm gonna start with that actually. The past couple of tries that I've done a Rise of the Red stream, my most recent one being last Sunday on September 10th, I spent a good 2.5 hours of streaming and I only got one proper match to show for it on YouTube. The rest of the matches were either not good enough, over way too fast, or filled with technical difficulties. And I'm thinking about mismatches, I'm thinking about serious error, game crashes and whatnot on other players' behalf, on my own behalf, and being in the game, just wanting to spectate, even wanting to play, and then suddenly disconnect screens, mismatches. It really frustrates me, and there's not really much that I can do about it, and there's not really that much that the Rise of the Reds developers can do about that. It's simply because EA is being EA and having a very shitty netcode. It's been known since the beginning. It's still known now, and nothing has changed because EA simply doesn't give a shit about us anymore. Now, the technical difficulties on my own personal side is the fact that this PC that I'm currently using is almost 8 years old. I moved out of my parents' place 8 years ago in July, and in September of that same year I got this PC. And due to the fact that at that time it was a pretty high-end PC, and I didn't really care too much about the modern games, and I never really cared much about modern games ever since. I never had a need to upgrade my PC, but unfortunately the 8 years of wear and tear of this PC is starting to show, especially over the last 2 years, and it results in my PC occasionally just dying. And I'm thinking, for instance, about the last stream that I had where somebody followed my channel and then OBS just decides to close in on itself. I didn't ask it to close, there was no incentive for it to close. It didn't even, we've lost connection. No, it just shut down. And it's stuff like that that really frustrates me, and I am saving up for a new PC. For those that are curious, I am still stuck with the Financial Guardian. For those that are curious, I suggest you go look up my vlogs, especially since July 14, 2015. This is where I first started talking about my financial situation, and I say situation because it's quite shitty, but it has been going well, and in the last couple of vlogs I just keep on updating you guys on how it's been going and where I am at the moment. But unfortunately I'm still not done with it yet, and this does lead to the problem that I'm not able to buy a new PC until I have full control of my own bank accounts again. So until then I am stuck with this shitty PC, and I'm gonna have to deal with it. But unfortunately it does mean that I won't be able to do many Rise of the Reds streams at all. However, replays are still possible. As you see in the background, I'm doing a replay right now, and I've done a couple of replays, even one of Contra, and I've got a couple more of Contra coming your way as well. So that's still a possibility, but right now it's just a matter of OBS and SWRnet and my internet connection not really wanting to work together. So that closes off the technical difficulties issue. Second issue is the divided community. We are currently experiencing something that I've experienced sometime before. Namely, the community is divided. We have the people that have Rise of the Reds 1.86, and we have the people that have 1.87. Now, 1.87 is a forum-only public beta test, meaning you need to have a forum account in order to gain access to the files and be able to play it. And since I'm on the forum, I have access to the files. This one is also a Rise of the Reds 1.87 replay. But now the people that are still stuck with 1.86, I don't know if they simply don't want to sign up to a forum to get access to 1.87, but that is their own problem, not mine. Or that they don't know about it, while they keep on asking like, where's 1.87? And I will no longer answer any questions regarding where 1.87 is. This is the final time that I will say. I'll leave a link in the movie description to where you can find the topic, the download link. At least if you don't have access to that topic because you don't have a forum account, make a forum account. And if you don't want to do that, it's your problem, no longer my problem. And we're done with that. I've grown so accustomed to 1.87 that I'm no longer interested in 1.86. However, this does create a divided community, where when we were still in the 1.85 and the 1.86 era, we had a lot of players. But now we're stuck with only a small portion of it, because this small portion does have a 1.87 access, and they have a forum account, while the rest doesn't want it, or doesn't even know about it. So, with that comes the third discussion point, and that is the quantity. The amount of replays that are being sent in has dropped down over the past couple of months to absolutely nothing. Now, I actually requested Luna about this specific replay, and the replays that I posted in the last couple of days, I had to ask about them as well. And the replays that I recorded before that was during my so-called hiatus back in February. But ever since in between, there has been no replays whatsoever. And I asked for replays being posted on my Facebook. You can send them in as a comment on any of the videos. You can send them in, of course, on the SWR forum. But also, my email link is somewhere in the movie description as well. You can send it there as well. There's plenty of options if you want your replay to be casted. There's plenty of options for you to send them in. Also, of course, send them in over the SWR Discord if you have access to that. But I do have certain requirements for me to want to cast a replay. First of all, it has to be either 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2. No 3-player free-for-all, no 4-player free-for-all, and nothing bigger, because it just becomes a little too hectic for me. Also, no games versus AI. Yeah, the fact that nobody has been sending in replays whatsoever is also a reason why there has been no replays whatsoever over the past couple of months. Now, I'm hoping that with this video that is going to change. You can find a whole bunch of links in the movie description to where you can send them to: Twitter, Facebook, my forum on SWRnet, my email address. Just send them in. I'm in the mood to record something for you guys again, so just keep sending them in. Now, this last point is more of a personal issue, and that is the viewership here on YouTube. Whereas people are only interested in certain little things and don't really give a crap about the rest. And on my channel, that is very, very visible. I have OpenRA, I have Mental Omega and other Yuri's Revenge related content. I have Generals 0 Hour related content. But quite clear to see for me that people that are interested in Rise of the Reds will only watch Rise of the Reds content. People that are interested in OpenRA content will only watch OpenRA content and not give a crap about anything else that I post. Especially, for instance, my Prison Architect playthroughs, my Banish playthroughs that I did recently. Nobody seems to give a shit about them. And that really demotivates me. I will admit I am a bit of a numbers guy when it comes to viewership. The more views I get, the more motivated I will get to keep on producing content. For instance, I can imagine that a Markiplier, for instance, sees 2 million views on one of his videos and he thinks, okay, people like this, I'm gonna record more of this. But if he uploads a video and he only gets 5,000 views, he's like, no more of this. It's clear to see it. And in my channel, even though I only have like 1,500 subscribers, it's very clear to see where people have their preferences. And that's really saddening to me, because there's so much more to play and watch. And that's why I also partially started the Command & Conquer mod spotlight, just to showcase more mods and which mods are out there. And especially now that I've done Contra and I am waiting for Contra 009 final to hit, I will be doing more Contra content in the future. So that's something you have something to look forward to. But honestly, go watch other stuff if you want, you know. I'm not demanding that you do, would appreciate it. So yeah, because the viewership on YouTube will help me out financially a little bit as well, and will help me to be able to buy a new PC a lot sooner. Because I am actually saving up my YouTube money and my Twitch donation money for aiding in me buying a new PC. So that we can actually fix the technical difficulties on my side. But yeah, that's all about what I had to discuss here. Once again, if the replay is not done yet, then I'm going to be closing it off here. I'll actually leave on screen a little spoiler of what's happening. And if the replay is over, because I actually don't know this, I'm recording this in 2 separate videos and I'll merge them into one. Just keep on watching until the end. And if you have watched it all the way to the end, I'm going to put up a word on screen, chodes. I want you to post that in the comment section down below, just so that I know you've watched all the way to the end. But anyway, I hope that with this video we'll see a lot more replays being posted of 1.87. Once again, you need a forum account, and you can find the forum somewhere in the movie description. First link will lead to the download topic of 1.87. And otherwise, well, it just sucks to be you, I'll be honest. If you want more Rise of the Reds content and you're not putting in the effort to give me content to record, well, that's your problem, not mine. Anyway, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.